I got to go out here and I got to make a statement, put a stamp on Darren Till. Unfortunately, he's the one that's in my way, and I got to put him out in devastating fashion so that I can make the world remember who I am.
Kelvin Gastelum, welcome, my friend, to New
Yes,
York,
sir.
UFC 244 Fight Week. What are your thoughts about New York? Because you had an opportunity, obviously, to fight here previously at 205. It
That's
didn't
right.
necessarily work out. Do you look at it negatively, or do you look at it as an opportunity to maybe correct something that you didn't get last
A
time?
little bit of both, just because I have fought in Long Island as well. It's part of New York, and I lost against there. And then I had that incident in 2016 when I was supposed to fight Cowboy, and that didn't happen. So I had a little bit of bad luck here, but I'm here to redeem myself for those reasons. First of all, because I lost my last fight, a very close fight, and I want to be able to prove to the world that I should be at the top. That was a close fight, and I want to be able to make my case for a rematch. And then also because of what happened in 2016. Like, I'm here to redeem myself for plenty of reasons.
As a man who's very good with his hands, talk to me about Madison Square Garden as a venue. To you, being a boxing fan, you must get a little bit of a tingle when you think about it.
Yeah, come on. I mean, you're a fighter, and then your dream is to fight in Madison Square Garden. I mean, Ali, Frazier, all the greats have fought in this arena, so it means a great deal to be able to fight in it.
You mentioned your fight there with Israel Adesanya. Didn't go your way. Hell of a fight. Thank you very much for that. For everybody that's watching this,
I hope y'all enjoyed it.
As fight fans, we most certainly did. How do you look back at that particular fight now? What, as the dust has settled, what's your analysis of it?
I did the best that I could that night. No fighter ever goes into a fight 100%, and I was not the exception that night. And I feel like if I get a rematch and I'm 100% healthy, that I can do a lot better than what I did that night.
You've seen many fighters down the years, obviously, use health issues or whatever it may be as excuse. Credit to you, you did not do that. Like you said, you go into fights and you're not always 100%
Absolutely.
healthy going in there. The ambition is obviously to run that back or maybe get a shot
Absolutely.
at that title, whoever holds
Absolutely.
that
No,
belt.
let's run it back, man. Let's take it to Africa. Why not? Let's do it there, headline there, in front of his people, and I think it would be something special. And yeah, I mean, I would love to run it back.
When you watched his fight with Robert Whittaker, what was your emotion watching that fight? Because obviously you had an opportunity to fight Robert, and that fell off because of Robert's illness.
Yeah, I felt like part of me felt like it was me that's supposed to be in there, fighting in that arena. But things happen, and the circumstances are what they are. And I was happy for Izzy. He did great. He looked phenomenal, and that was expected. I think the year-long layout for Rob might have maybe affected him in the fight.
I got the feeling when I was watching it that you might have watched it thinking, that could have been me in Australia, because that's how it was billed, wasn't it? You obviously fighting him down there, and it just didn't necessarily materialize.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just the circumstances that how they played out, and I got to go out here and I got to make a statement, put a stamp on Darren Till. Unfortunately, he's the one that's in my way, and I got to put him out in devastating fashion so that I can make the world remember who I am.
Regarding, obviously, Darren kind of calling you out, I know that kind of happened through social media and various things like that. What's your take on, obviously, this particular matchup? Because you're a guy coming off a world title eliminator in this weight. You've been here for a period of time. This is his first crack at middleweight.
Yeah. But look, I mean, he's coming up to middleweight, eliminating that aspect of cutting weight, and it did wonders for me. My career has blossomed pretty well at middleweight, and I feel like it could end up being the same for Darren. But his problem is he's got me standing in front of him, and I mean, I'm just hungry right after that loss. I mean, I just don't see how anybody's going to beat me right now.
Regarding middleweight, talk to me about some of these contenders, because your division is stacked, man. There's some serious kids knocking about, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a resurgence in the middleweight division, and I like it. A lot of top contenders. We got Cannonier, we got Bohachinia fighting for the title next, and we got Rob still in the mix. I mean, he's young. He's going to be around for a while, and so am I. And all these guys right now in the top 5 are going to be facing each other, and they're all killers.
The exciting thing I think from a fan's point of view, especially a European fan's point of view, because we love strikers, we love guys that are throwing hands. And you look at everybody that you just mentioned there, there's a lot of power there, man, isn't there?
Brutal. You know, the champ's got his work cut out for him, but I mean, this is what we signed up for, man. This is the beauty of the sport. You know, I think I can beat everybody, and so does everybody think we can beat each other, and so that's the beauty of the sport. We're going to find out.
Do you think maybe recently this is a wrong question, but previous to the last year, do you think you get enough credit for how good you are?
I can never.
Or do you not even think about that?
I don't like to think that I like to think about it. I do feel like people definitely still underestimate me. It's been 7 years since I won the Ultimate Fighter. I wasn't even supposed to win the Ultimate Fighter, you know, but here I am. I'm still trucking away and still fighting.
And the fight the weekend, obviously, against Till, he's a guy that likes to throw hands as well.
Yeah.
We know what you do. This can only go one way, can't it?
Hey. That's right.
That must excite you because, as I was mentioned before, Madison Square Garden, guys that have obviously fought there previously. We've seen some of the most epic boxing events in time. We're now starting to see quite a lot of brilliant mixed martial arts events in there.
Absolutely. But this is MMA. You know, I'm not gonna count out that there's a possibility they could go on the ground and I could submit them. Absolutely. But you know, you know what we're out there to do, and we're out there. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna have some fun.
What are his strengths that you've seen?
His tenacity. He's so passionate and so fired up every single fight. I mean, just so passionate, and gives his heart and soul to this game and to this fight game. And I can appreciate that, man. I love the fire that he brings to the fight, and I think that's what makes it interesting. You know, he thinks he can beat me. I think I can beat him. It'll be interesting.
What do you think his weaknesses are?
I think he has a weak ground game. You know, he showed it against Woodley. He showed some stuff that I think I can exploit, and maybe I will.
Do you take it as a compliment that he's targeted you coming off that world title eliminator defeat? Obviously, you're one of the big boys in this particular division. It's his first time at middleweight. He went for you specifically. Do you take that as a compliment that he knows that a win against you could catapult him to those title shots?
Well, before that, after my fight, I mean, I had everybody calling me. I had Jared Cannonier calling me out, Jack Hermanson calling me out. You know, all these contenders were wanting to fight me, and I feel like I'm the guy to beat in this division. If they want to get to the title, then they have to get through me, because I feel like I should be the champion. You know, I just think I'm the guy to beat. You know, these guys want to get to the title, they got to get through me.
Regarding the main event, we've got Nate taking on Jorge. How do you think that one goes?
Yeah, I'm a Nate Diaz fan, just as the next guy. You know, I love the Diaz brothers. I just think Masvidal is in his prime right now. It's his time. I just think he's got too much momentum going for him right now for him to stop. I think he's just gonna keep going.
What do you make of new belts coming into the sport?
You know, I get the promotion side of it. And as a fan, before I was ever a UFC fighter, I was a fan of MMA. I love watching the fights. I'm at home every Saturday watching the fights, so I'm a fan. And I get the promotional fan side of it, and I like it. I like the idea how they're making this into a big deal. But as a fighter, you know, you got to respect the history of what's been going on here. I mean, we have to respect the lineage of what's, you know, respect martial arts, respect the fighting world, respect the fighters too. I mean, this is just kind of a made-up belt, just to kind of promote this fight. But I like the idea behind it as a fan, as a fighter. You're kind of standing here like they're making up belts now.
Because obviously your moniker is on a mission for gold, my friend.
That's
so therefore, your focus is always
on the title,
lineage, and therefore.
Absolutely, you got to respect that. And but like I said, I'm a fan, and I get the promotion side of it.
How does your fight go down at the weekend?
I'm predicting a first round knockout is what I'm predicting. I feel I'm very confident in my skills and my preparation for this fight. After having gone through a war, you only level up, and I feel like I have leveled up, and man, it's gonna be very hard to beat me. Thank you, my man.
All the best, man.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah.